just back from a Saturday morning walk, and I had an idea whilst I was walking. This is the danger, you see, because I'm not listening to my audiobook or anything when I'm walking. I start having ideas. Dan's just making me a cup of tea. And I thought I would do a little week of daily vlogs just to round off January and welcome in February. So, well, that's not my mug, that's your mug. Thank you.
No. This is my mug.
So January is a month that I absolutely love, and I do feel a bit glum that it's coming to an end. I particularly like the beginning of January when everyone's still saying Happy New Year, and you've still got like lots of mind you, I've still got lots of candles out, and I don't know, you're still feeling that slight festiveness, but also happy to be getting back to a routine. So when we move into February and the nature starts picking up a bit and everything starts to just feel that little bit busier and a bit overwhelming, you sort of think, oh my goodness, I've got a whole year ahead of me that I need to plan and survive. So I thought I'd just do a little week of vlogs because I've missed chatting to you every day. It seems like forever ago since Vlogmas. So the reason I went for my walk is I'm walking every day because I'm doing the 1,000 miles in a year challenge. I'll put the hashtag for that on the screen. I'm sort of sharing a bit of my progress over on my sort of adventure-y Instagram account, which is Alison Wondersland. I still love that. I still think I'm a genius for coming up with that. And also I needed to go and drop some stuff off at the post office because it's my sister's birthday next week. Happy birthday for Tuesday, Jen, if you're watching. So I wanted to make sure her prezzies and everything she left here at Christmas got posted. And I checked my PO box whilst I was there, and I've got some things. I don't know what they are. Actually, I know what one of them is, I think. I'm going to open that one first. But usually they're fun to share on the vlogs, so I thought I'd do that. Ooh. Oh my goodness, amazing. Right. Someone in the back garden, one of my neighbours, has started randomly banging stuff. So this is from Peter and Sharon. They have a farm. Oh my goodness. And they have a calendar that they release every year. And they got in touch to say, we love your channel. We're proud owners of Little Drops of Wonderful badges. And I think they said they've got some of my postcards up in the kitchen and they'd love to send me one of their calendars from the farm. And there's a card here as well. Happy New Year to you all. Please enjoy my calendar and some cards we had made with my photos. The picture in front of this one is the view from our house. Keep up the lovely content from Peter and Sharon in Dorset. Look at that. How's that for a view from the front of your house? Can I move to Dorset immediately where I won't have a neighbour randomly banging something in the back garden? That's so pretty. And they've sent me lots of cards with photographs. Beautiful English farming scene with the roses. Look, little cheeky deer popping its head up. I was going to say silly pheasant. Is that a pheasant or a partridge? I'm not sure. I think it's a pheasant. They like to just randomly run in front of cars. Oh, there's so many different ones. This is so cool. And they've even sent little envelopes. Oh, look at the squirrel. What good photographs these are. They're on Instagram. I'll put their Instagram name up on the screen. I think it's Pete's Beef Herd. And they've sent me 2 of their 2024 calendars. That's so cute. I'm going to put this up in the kitchen. There's a cupboard here with a door. I like to have a calendar on the back of that door. Oh, donkeys. Let's go and have a look immediately at what's on my birthday month of April. Look at that. Phoebe's going to go bananas for that with the bluebells. The April bluebells in the background. You're just watching me looking at pictures of tractors and cows now. Oh, it's so lovely. I love that. Thank you, Peter and Sharon. I am well chuffed with that. I shall use those cards as well. Right, I don't know what the other bits are that I've got. Dan?
Yeah.
Have you just been next door?
Yeah.
Oh, did you talk to Graham?
Yeah.
All right, so it's not him banging something then?
Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I'll move any stuff that needs moving.
Dan and I are just discussing, we had to go next door to talk to one of our neighbours because we've had some really stormy weather and we lost 2 fence panels completely and 2 more are almost completely down. They're only being held up by foliage that's against it. And it's on the bit we're responsible for. And we kind of were thinking about replacing those panels anyway, so it's just brought that forward. So we've got all the panels and one of our other much more clever and handy neighbours is going to help him do that tomorrow. Much more handy and clever than Dan. I'm not insulting our other neighbour. I'm sure he's very handy and clever. What's this? What? It's from Lizzie at This Lizzie Sews. I'm trialling a new shape project bag and wondered if you would like a chicken one. Yes, I would. Oh, and she's saying thank you very much for the vlogs. Wishing you all the best for 2024. A year of change as Lilia heads to university. Ooh, I can't think about it. Ooh, what is going on here? I love this. So we've got, look at that, it's like a little handbag, but it's structured. What's going on? It's like, oh my word. Oh my God, I love that. I absolutely love everything about this. That fabric, look at that. That looks like my Peggy, my little Peggy Sue. If she was white, she's grey. Imagine those colours in reverse and you've got Peggy Sue. And look at the daisies. Oh, that is so clever, the way that opens like that. Oh, it's got little tags on it. It's got your little D-ring here. Now this I will link underneath all of her details. As far as I remember, she's on Facebook. She sells via Facebook. She's on Instagram. Oh, and she's on eBay as well. So I will link all her places underneath if anyone's interested. That is absolutely lovely. And look, she's even put in this gorgeous little patchwork notions pouch. I think I know what I might use that for. I have not notions, but something else that I think this might solve a problem for me. And chicken DPN holder, which I'm going to start using immediately for one of the pairs of socks that I'm making at the moment. Oh my goodness. I'm going to message you, Lizzie, a bit later on. Oh my goodness, that's so, I just can't go over that. I've got my lovely pictures and calendar and that absolutely gorgeous bag, unlike none other that I own. See the little quilting detail as well. Oh, I love it so much. And I've got another one here. This is much more exciting than the post I got the other day. I got a speeding fine. The silly thing about it is that I thought I was doing 3 miles under the speed limit. I thought it was in a 40-mile-an-hour zone, and it was a 30, so I was doing 36 or 37 miles an hour. Speed demon that I am. On a really, it's a piece of road where it's completely desolate. There's nothing there, and there was no other traffic, so I was all on my own doing 37 miles an hour in what I thought was a 40 zone, and it turns out it wasn't. So fair enough, I got it wrong. So I'm going to have to go and do one of those courses, which I'm sure will be both boring and interesting in equal measures. Ali Little Drops of Wonderful, handmade with love. What is this? Oh, look at that. Little handmade patchwork card. How gorgeous is that? Handmade with Love by Laura. I think I know what this is now. I'm not going to read it all out, obviously, because it's personal. It's a thank you for my Strictly Sock Along prize. Oh, that is, by the way, if you ever receive a prize on either of my channels, that is absolutely not expected at all. Oh, that's so nice of you. A small token for you and your family, which I hope you will all find useful. I had an idea of which fabric would suit which person, so I can't wait to see if you all choose the one I imagined. Okay, I am fascinated. Now, Phoebe is upstairs chatting to friends on FaceTime. Dan is watching something that sounds like a sport on the television. And Lilia is at work. So I will hide all these away until we're all together later. Bookmarks. Handmade bookmarks. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to let the girls have their first pick. I know which one I would like, but I reckon Lilia's going to choose the same one. Because you know I like a mushroom, don't we all? Little toadstool. But I think Lilia's going to choose that one. What one would Dan choose? I think Dan would probably go for the blue. He likes a dark navy blue colour. And that leaves these two for me and Phoebe to choose. Now, I think Phoebe might go for this one, but she does like this kind of colours, so she might go for this one. I like this one because it reminds me of the late 80s, early 90s. Pretty sure I had a t-shirt with that design on it. Let's see what they all pick. I'm going to hide them away. And then later on when we're all together, I'll let you know. I'll get everyone to choose. Thank you, Laura. And thank you, Sharon and Peter. And thank you, Lizzie. Oh, and thanks, Dan, for the cup of tea. Just noticed that the stamp has got old Charlie Boy on it. I don't think I've seen one of those yet. Probably have, just probably didn't notice. So weird. I'm in the midst of a tidy up, as usual. I've been listening to listening and reading on Errands to a really good book. Where's my phone? Because I can't remember what it's called. Really terrible angle, but it will do for now. Got the light streaming in at me as well. Okay. I'm currently listening, by the way, to The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. I'm quite enjoying it. Sometimes it's quite slow and sometimes it picks up pace. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I am enjoying it. It's keeping me company. But the book I wanted to mention to you is Decluttering at the Speed of Life. How do I see the details? Hang on. Yeah, Decluttering at the Speed of Life, Winning Your Never-Ending Battle with Stuff by Dana K. White. I'll put a little screenshot of what the cover looks like. So I got that on Everand as an ebook, and then there's also an audiobook version as well. So I've been listening to it at the same time. And there are some concepts in it that really, really have helped me. So what I'm doing today is I am dealing with some clutter, as she calls it, which is the kind of clutter which is there and you know exactly what you need to do with it. You just procrastinate and you don't do it. She also refers to procrasticlutter, which is the stuff, again, that you just procrastinate. You know what needs to be done, but you're procrastinating and you're putting it off. And then the clutter is just really simple stuff like picking up the washing and putting it where it needs to go and so on. So I'm doing a bit of that. I'm also doing a bit of what she always recommends, which is you always start, when you start with a decluttering process, always start in the most visual bit, the first visual things that visitors would see when they came to your house. Not because you're trying to impress visitors, but because that's what you see when you come to your house. And she also talks about a container concept where different parts of your house are containers. Anything that doesn't fit in those containers doesn't fit in your house, and you need to reduce. For example, a shelf or shelves, bookcase would be a container for books or trinkets and or photos. Anything that doesn't fit in that container, therefore, you're going to have to decide what goes. A cupboard for glasses and mugs has to fit your glasses and mugs, and anything that doesn't fit, and so on. And that really, really resonated with me, and I've been sort of doing that, probably not quite in the way she suggests. I'm kind of just flitting about the living room looking at things. And I've also got myself into a bit of reorganising of shelves, which she doesn't actually recommend organising at the same time as decluttering. So I'm just sort of doing some Saturday faffing, really. But I'm going to stop now. I'm not very happy with what I've done, but I have managed to declutter quite a bit. So I'm just going to put everything back together and run the hoover around now downstairs. And I might do the same again in the bedroom tomorrow. I don't have time to do it today as much as I would love to, and I'm not going to push myself too much. So I'm going to put all this back together. Stuff everywhere. The hoover's out. Stuff everywhere. Do you see this little cupboard here? Ooh, this one. That is part of a unit that we have had since we moved into our house before this one, when Lilia was a baby. And it got shoved there when we moved into this house 9 years ago. And it just went there temporarily. It's still there. And it's not even doing anything useful. It's not holding anything that any of us needs. It's just taking up space. So I have ordered a proper little coffee table from Argos. It's taken forever to arrive, and it's going to arrive on Tuesday. So I'm really hoping that I like it. I really like the look of it on the website. Whether I'll like it in person, I don't know. It's free returns, so it's not a big problem. But it takes me so long to make a decision about things. I'm really hoping that I like it, so I don't have to make the decision again. And then we'll have somewhere to keep remote controls, the controllers for the Xbox, hand cream, and Lilia's book annotating stuff. That'd be really good. And coffee cups. Obviously. Right, I'm going to get back to it. Ooh. That's the sound of me sitting on the tissues. Just putting my boots on, and I realised I should probably show you my socks, because I finished these towards the end of last year. These are my Swiss Dot Shorty socks. They're a pair of my Strictly socks. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, it's the Strictly sock along that I run on my other channel. I'm going to put my scarf on because it is quite chilly. It's going to be like 14 degrees later this week. I'm not happy about that. That's not proper winter weather. I'm talking Celsius. Anyway, it's about 4:30, and we're going to go and pick up Phoebe from her drama school. And then we're going to go straight to pick Lilia up from work, because we need to try and grab Phoebe some new school shoes because she's got a hole in hers. And Lilia needs to get a passport photo done for her provisional driving licence. So we're going to go and do that. Then we're going to come back and have dinner and watch Saturday night telly. I've got another really awkward angle. Just got you on my little tripod. And I need to get an sorry, waving the knife around. I've got my big tripod, and then I've got my little handheld tripod. I need something in between. I did have something in between, but it broke. Usually when I'm here, I just balance it on a book on top of one of the tea caddies, but I can't be bothered to get a book. I'm just chopping some potatoes. We're back from picking up Lilia. Everyone's just getting pyjamaed up, having some showers and stuff like that. So I'm a bit later than I would like. It's 7 o'clock and I'm only just prepping dinner. We're going to have leftover haggis. Thursday was Burns night, and we always celebrate Burns night because my heritage is 100% Scottish. Both my parents are Scottish, and I've been actually doing a bit of tracing of my ancestry recently, and have gone back to the late 1700s. I haven't found anyone outside Scotland yet, so pretty Scottish. Anyway, we always celebrate Burns Night, which is the birthday of the Scottish poet Rabbie Burns, and my mum usually does a bit of a reading and explains what it means, because Robbie Burns' poetry is all in the old Scots, and my mum sort of reads it and translates it, and we always love it. So this year she did To a Mouse, and it was really good. So if this vlog, when I'm editing, is not too long, I will pop that in here. If it is too long, I will include it in one either tomorrow or the day after.
Oh, sorry. I'm reading from Robert Burns, and it's To a Mouse.
To a Mouse.
Yes. That you might have heard of it, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I have.
It's one of his famous ones. Isn't it?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, here we go. We sleeket Kuren timorous beastie. Any ideas?
It's about a mouse that is
We
sharp.
sleeket Kuren, so it's sleeking its cowren, fear, timorous, timid, beastie. Well, in Scotland, everything with 4 legs is a beastie. Oh, what a panic in thy breastie. Thou needna run awa sae hasty, with bickering brattle. That means all of a flutter. I would be loath to run and chase thee with murdering pattle. Now, I would be loath to run after you. A pattle, I think, is an old kind of plough thing that they use for the plough. So they would have seen a mouse, they would just flatten it with that. But he said, I would be loath to do that. I'm truly sorry man's dominion has broken nature's social union and justifies that ill opinion which makes thee startle at me, thy poor earth-born companion and fellow mortal. You understand that? Kind of.
He doesn't want to harm him.
Yeah, I'm sorry that man, what we do as humans has sort of interfered with nature, basically, because it's disturbed the mouse. I doubt now whiles, but thou my thieves, what then, poor beastie, thou mun leave, a daemonicker in a thrave, it's a sma request, I'll get a blessing with the lave and never missed. Now I have to tell you what that's all about, yeah. I don't doubt that sometimes you might pinch a bit of the corn or the crop. What then? Poor beastie, you've got to live. A little bit of the odd ear of corn out of a great load of bushels. It's a little request that you're asking. I get blessed with everything that's left, so basically you're welcome to your little bit, you're not doing any harm, okay? Thy wee bit hussy, too in ruin, it silly was, the winds are strewn, and nothing now to big and ewing, o' foggage green, and bleak December winds ensuing, both snell and keen. So basically, I've ruined your little bit of a house. And it's strewn to the wind, it's blown about, and there's nothing left now at this time of the year, basically, for you to build a new one. And December's round the corner with the winds that brings, which are bitter, with the bitter winds of December coming. Thou saw the fields laid bare and waste, and weary winter coming fast, and cosy here beneath the blast thou thought to dwell, till crash the cruel cooter passed out through thy cell. So basically it built its little house, all cosy, ready for the winter, until along comes me with my plough thing, and crash, it's all gone. Thou wee bit heap of leaves and stribble, has cost thee mony a weary nibble. Now thou's turned out for a' thy trouble, but hoose or hall, to thole the winter's sleety dribble and cranrich cold. So basically the little bit of heap made up of leaves and stubble cost you a lot of effort. You know, the little mouse built this. And now you're turned out for all the trouble. You've got no house, no land, nothing. And you have to put up with the winter and the frost. But Moosey, thou art no thy lane, improving foresight may be vain. This is the famous line. The best laid schemes o' mice and men gang aft agley. And lay us not but grief and pain for promised joy. But he said, little mouse, you're not on your own. Improving, you were trying with foresight to get your little house ready. You knew the winter was coming, and you're not alone in proving that can be in vain. The best laid schemes of mice and men often go askew, askew, and it leave us nothing but pain instead of promised joy. That's what that means. It's the last verse. Still, thou art blessed compared with me. The present only toucheth thee. But och, I backward cast my ee on prospects drear. And forward, though I canna see, I guess and fear. Basically, he said the little mouse, although this has happened, he's blessed compared to himself because the mouse only lives in the present, whereas he does, like humans, we look back at all the things that went wrong, and although we can't see the future, we can only guess it and maybe fear it. The little mouse doesn't have to do that.
So now you're back with me. You either just seen me looking gormless for a couple of seconds and nothing happened, or you've just heard my mum reading to a mouse. I don't know until I edit. So I'm just going to do, rather than, we have haggis, neeps and tatties, which is haggis which we just get from the supermarket. We got a vegetarian one and a meat one because different people like different ones. I like both. And you have it with mashed potato, a whiskey cream sauce, and the neeps is a mashed swede, which is also called different things all over the world, but I can't remember what it's called where. But as we're having it again, I'm doing it slightly differently. We're going to have it with little mini sort of chippy roasties, which I'm just chopping up now. I think I've done too much. Which I'm just going to cook in the oven, and we're going to have some steamed broccoli with it, and I'm going to make some gravy because Phoebe would prefer gravy, but I am going to make another whiskey cream sauce, for which I will put the recipe underneath if you're interested, because it is delicious. And I will see you tomorrow because I'm going to vlog for the week, so I'll see you then, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.